Hello children, welcome to Standard 6. I am your English teacher, Mrs. Snehal Godambe. In today's session, we are going to listen and watch a folktale. The name of this story is Androcles and the Lion. Once upon a time, there lived a kind, gentle, and courteous man. His name was Androcles. In those days, kings, nobles, and other wealthy men used poor people as their slaves. Hercules was a slave. The slaves were forced to work for their masters. They had to do what their masters told them. They had no freedom, no rights. Even when they were unhappy with their masters, they could not leave him. They were bound by law to obey their master, however wicked he might be. Means they were strictly forced to follow the laws. They do not have any other options than to follow the master's rule. Did not like his heartless, wicked master. His master starved his slaves and often whipped them. Androcles felt that even death was better than serving such a master. He kept looking out for a good opportunity. First chance he got, he escaped from the clutches of his cruel master. He ran away. Now, Androcles had thus run away. He was not a coward. He took shelter in a forest. He was not afraid of the wild beasts, that is, wild animals that roamed the forest. He did not mind that he had no roof over his head. He was happy that he was free as a bird to go wherever he wished. As he was wandering in the forest, he suddenly came face to face with a lion. His first reaction was to turn and flee, to run away. But then he saw that the lion had not moved on seeing him. It neither growled nor roared. In fact, it looked at him piteously, in a piteous manner, as if it was a great pain. Androcles paused. He stared. Then he moved very cautiously towards the lion, step by step. The lion moaned and whimpered, that is, cried very painfully, "Please help me." Its eyes seemed to say this. The Androcles saw that the lion's paw was wounded, sore, and swollen. On a closer look, Androcles noticed that a big thorn had pierced one of the lion's toes. So this is the cause of the lion's distress, thought Androcles, so that the lion is in pain. Summoning up all the courage, gathered all his courage and trying to be brave, Androcles stretched his hand slowly towards the injured paw of the lion. He was afraid that the lion would attack him if he touched its swollen paw. But the lion seemed to understand his good intention. See, children, even animals can't talk or can't speak like us, but yes, they do understand the feelings, the emotions, the intentions of the other animal or of the people. Then what did Androcles did? Androcles took the paw in his left hand. Deftly, skillfully, and quickly he pulled out the thorn. Then, taking a piece of his own clothing, the kind man bound up the lion's injured paw. You can see in this picture, Androcles is tying a piece of his own clothing at the injured paw of that lion. And surprise! Then the lion licked his arm as if to show the gratitude, as if he was so thankful to the Androcles. Androcles remained the lion till it could walk again. He would hunt in the forest and share his food with the helpless beast. Every day he would clean and trace the lion's wound. Soon the lion was able to move about. Many times it followed Androcles wherever he went. So they became the very fast friends. Here on this ground, what happened? While Androcles' master had complained to the authorities that his slave Androcles had run away. Soldiers were sent in all the directions to capture Androcles. They searched for him here and there but couldn't find him. Last, they came to the forest where Androcles lived. It so happened that Androcles had gone out alone that day while the lion was resting near the cave. Both of them fell into the hands of the soldiers. The soldiers took them back to the city. Androcles was brought in front of the king, and then king ordered him to put in a prison. So Androcles was put behind the bars. And the lion, what happened to him? He was caged. In those days, children, people who were found to be guilty, if they have committed any mistake of a serious crime, were fed to wild beasts. So that was the punishment for them. Then running away from one's master was a very serious crime at that time. Therefore, Androcles too was to be thrown to the wild beast. So that was the punishment for the Androcles. Then one day was decided, and on that day the emperor arrived at the circus and took his place. The crowds cheered very loudly, and then the Androcles was brought into that arena. And there at the opposite end a gate was raised and a ferocious lion was released into that arena. Arena means stadium. You can see here where people can sit. It has been kept hungry to make it more ferocious, dangerous. Androcles was filled with the fear, but he put up a brave front. He thought that it was certain this was the last day of his life. The lion saw Androcles and rushed towards him, bounding and roaring. But but what happened next? Suddenly it stopped in its tracks and then it moved slowly forward. All its rage seemed to have melted. Now he was trying to be calm. Androcles saw this too. Both of them recognized each other. Androcles recognized that this was the same lion who was his friend in the jungle. And at the same time, lion recognized Androcles too, who has helped him, who has nourished him, who has nursed his wound. And so, to everyone, the lion bounded towards Androcles again. But when it began to purr and rub its nose against him. Androcles too hugged the lion. He was very happy and he wept with relief and joy. The including the emperor, they started among themselves when they watched and they began to cheer Androcles and ask for his release. The emperor asked Androcles to explain the lion's strange behavior, that why lion didn't eat him or hunt him. Then Androcles narrated the whole story. When the emperor heard this story, he was also moved by the gratitude and friendship between a man and a beast. He ordered that Androcles should be set free. He would be no longer a slave. When the emperor asked Androcles what other reward he would like, Androcles reasoned for himself, but he wanted the lion to be set free. And the two friends went back to the forest to live a free life. So, my dear children, that was the story of Androcles and his dear friend lion. So, this was the story of the Androcles and lion who teaches us whoever you be friend, but whoever favors you, you should never forget that. Okay, so that's all for today. See you in next session. Till then, bye bye.